Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome.
The assessor, Derek Rose.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotations, and they paid a big price for it.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Irving dishes to Thompson. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Allen for three. That ball's great assist by Love. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Rose against Irving. Outside Rose. It's Anthony with the drive. Good! Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's James. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Rose attacking. That's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
New York leading by 7. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Kurt Rambis.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Anthony can't hit. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in. They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Here's Lee. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. The Cavaliers trail by 9. The drive by James goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Noah's shot is off.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Kyrie Irving, and he gets it to go. Rose has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
The shot in the corner, Irving with it. The three-pointer is right on target.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Knicks leading by 6.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Well, the Cavaliers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Allen outside. Irving kicks to Love. Back to Irving. Pass to Thompson. Clock at 4. Shot from the wing. Off the iron that time. As Greg was talking about, Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin. Boy, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for James. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Ray Allen. And Cole subbed in for Irving.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
As you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting. When they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Here's Cole following the basket by Brandon Jennings. Love, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Frye passes to Cole. For 3, Love. Love with another miss. And now the Knicks on the break. Thomas is running. No good from Simmons.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the center, Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team.
feel like we're the hungriest team in the NBA. That's a great feeling to be able to say that. Like, what?
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished five, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Smith is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Cole in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Simmons. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Simmons dishes to Lee. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Cole with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. LeBron, he's checked in for Frye. Allen comes in for Shumpert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Norris Cole. Rose, that's good.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
The Cavaliers trail by 9.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
Now here's Anthony following the shot by Ray Allen. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Anthony kicks to Simmons. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Prodigy. James outside. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. It's deflected.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Anthony after LeBron James's miss. Good D by James. There's the dish to Smith. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Jennings against Allen. Kicks it to Rose from downtown. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Now Rose, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. It's Jennings with the drive.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The Knicks leading by 9.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
They double him with James. From past the arc. Second chance shot. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Knocks it loose. The kick out to Rose. The wide open look here for Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Love checked in for Cleveland.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
And LeBron has been in the postseason every year since his rookie season. Last year he passed Jerry West on the all-time postseason scoring list. I'm sure he'll just continue to climb up the record book.
Now here's Jennings. He has 5, and he gets it to go.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Anthony dishes to Noah. Some nice passing by New York here. Rose gets a wide open look. And again, New York with the triple. And for LeBron in the playoffs last season, he did more than just score. Clark, he did it all and really stepped his game up when Kevin Love went down and when Kyrie Irving was hobbled. He covered every base.
Yep, and that's what's so impressive about LeBron in the playoffs. Everybody expects him to lead and hit big shots, and he never lets them down. Very rarely does he come up short in big moments.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Smith. Iman Shumpert has come in for Ray Allen. And it's Norris Cole in for Irving. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
Now here's Thomas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he gets it to go.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
On the wing, Shumpert, covered by Lee. The drive by James, and he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 10 points in the game.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 9. Here's Lee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
And the Knicks making a change here. Simmons is checked in. LeBron, good.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
29 seconds left in the first half. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. LeBron's got 15 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Here's Simmons. Rose. And that concludes the first half. Knicks out front. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 6-point lead. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possessions. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball game.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. The Cavaliers trail by 8. James kicks to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Pass to Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
It's LeBron with the drive. Love. Thompson passes to Allen. He's looking for Love and finds him. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
And he sinks the second.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
Noah, the pass to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Lee dishes to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on it. You know, regarding Kevin Love, he had a number of difficult transitions to make last season. Most of all, perhaps on the offensive glass. He averaged less than 2 a game after averaging 3 or more a game every other season.
New York calls timeout. Not much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark. Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
The pass to Smith. Back to Irving. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Nobody near Allen. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Allen.
In talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
It's Anthony with the drive. And the rejection by Smith.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Allen's shot is off.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. And last year, down to 35.
Here's Anthony, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. J.R. Smith picks one up.
Anthony's been putting up the numbers. 9 points and 4 assists.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
And the Cavaliers call time here. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Smith's shot is good.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Jennings kicks to Lee. The drive by Anthony, and he lays it straight in. Anthony's got 13.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Smith with a wide open look. Again, the miss by Smith. The Knicks leading by 3. Here's Jennings, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. He's got 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. Well, I don't think you're going to miss too many like those.
New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. He feeds it to Lee. Passes it to Porzingis. Another shot. And the rejection by Love. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Channing Frye's checked in for Kevin Love. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. The prodigy comes in for Porzingis. On up the court. And it's sent back by Irving. For the tie. They grabbed their own miss. For New York, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Allen with it. He's picked up by Lee. For 3, Smith. Brandon Jennings with the rebound. New York leading by 3. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
Oh, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 8th in free throw shooting. 14th in blocks. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James checked in for Smith. Mon Shumpert has come in for Allen. And Cole subbed in for Irving. Rose, he's checked in for New York. Shumpert passes to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Here's James. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
New York shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's got 15.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
The drive by Lee. Outside Rose. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Anthony with it. He's picked up by James. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by James. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The drive by James. Dishes to Frye. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To tie. He kicks it to Cole. A 3-ball. Knicks with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Timeout called the Cavaliers. After like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
The three from LeBron off the mark. And the game still closely contested as we end the third. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 3. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Allen is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Fry in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Joakim Noah's checked in for Lance Thomas. So they take the lead. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad. A good night for Kevin Love. 9 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And Simmons kicks to Rose. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Love with the screen on Rose. Irving kicks to Fry. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Fry's got the lead up to 3 now for Cleveland.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in. My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Outside Irving. Shot on the way. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the 3-point shot. I mean, they had the worst 3-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for the Knicks. Lee comes in for Brandon Jennings. Allen for 3. Kept alive. Here's Fry. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Here's Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists in the game. Cavaliers leading. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. And that is good. 10 points for Smith. Here's Rose. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Over in the corner, Allen. Feeds to Fry. Cleveland moving it around. On its way from Irving for two. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Take a look at what Irving's done. 9 points, and the assist numbers, tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Channing Frye. And LeBron's subbed in for Allen. And so he makes both from the line.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Cleveland leading by 4. Irving with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Thompson sets the pick for Irving from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Noah's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Anthony against James. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. LeBron against Anthony. The shot is off. Good D by James. Pushing it up for the finish. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
New York calls timeout.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Allen's checked in. Here's Anthony. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on LeBron James.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 14 points for Kevin Love.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
And stolen by LeBron. The shot by Allen. The offensive rebound. Knicks trail by 7. The drive by Lee. Out to Anthony. To the middle. Here's Noah. And Thompson sends it back. And they're able to recover. Rose double teamed. Here's Porzingis. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Well, wide open look for Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now a 9-point Cavalier lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Cleveland.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And stolen by James. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rose. Irving against Rose. Back to Irving. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch. Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? Man. That man can climb a ladder.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 9. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeout to late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
Pass to Boomer. It's back to Jennings. Out to the right wing. Holiday dishes to O'Quinn. Thomas passes to Boomer. The feed to Thomas. The three-pointer is right on target. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark in the end, everyone.
Thanks, Cav. LeBron, things turned around in that second half. What was the difference?
Started playing defense, started getting stops, and we got to the free throw line, started doing it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.